I I just had an amazing time at a luncheon for the museum that I volunteer at, and it was so cool because I got two recognitions. Um, um, the first one was from staff members that had recommended me for great service, which is so cool. Um, Especially because I'm working more in the background uh, with the collections. So it's being recognized. It was it was really cool. And um, then I had uh, another recognition from the the anthropology department, which was so cool. Um, it's it was just meaning a lot to me being recognized like that. Um, I also got an award. Okay, let me show you guys. Yeah, this baby. So cool, right? Um, I was and somebody had explained to me that this is, well, it's a fossil, of course, um, but it's this uh, creature um, that was like spherical. You can um, see on the back here of what they looked like, and apparently they're ancestors of squids, I think. So pretty cool. um, I'm kind of geeking out because just working in a museum and being able to get this award was really cool. Okay. Anyways, um, I'm in a pretty good mood and I'm pumped up. So um, if those of you who are watching, sorry, um, are wondering about stuttering or what life is like on the daily basis, or if you just want to talk, um, I'm here. Yeah, I'm like lost one viewer and then another. Oh well. Okay, we're gonna just stay like that. Um, I do have extra time here before I need to head out, so um, just some coloring, I guess. So I'll just color and talk. Um, hey, something that I just remembered. Could I forget it? Um, when I had walked into the luncheon, um, I was asked by one of the anthropologists that I work with if I'd be able to um, answer some questions, and I'm not quite sure like where it would be posted, but I'm thinking it might be like an ad for the museum. I don't know yet. I'm just speculating. And so, anyways, I was um, answering these questions, and obviously I was stuttering, uh, as per usual. But afterwards, I was like, wow, okay, well, that's pretty cool because, I mean, even though I stuttered a whole lot during that video, um, maybe somebody who watches that will be like, oh, hey, look at that, another person that stutters, and they were willing to be a part of that video. So I think it's cool. Um, is hold on, got questions here. Isn't it too cold to be too cold? It feels nice. I mean, the problem here is in the U.S. and I guess where I'm located specifically, um, there's like no park benches, you know, and and because there's no park benches, I feel obligated to just chill out in my car, you know. I would I would be more than happy to sit at a bench in a park, you know. That'd be cool, but there's not really an option like that. So here I am. Um, I have a serious question people haven't been able to answer me. Okay. May, hi. Um, if people are in, what? What is this? Okay, guys, look. I'm, I have a degree in anthropology, okay? I'm volunteer in a museum, and I live with a stutter. So anything kind of revolving around that. Oh, and um, I have lived in 3 countries. So any of those topics, feel free to ask me about. Something about wombs. You know what? Just because I'm a woman does not mean yeah. I'm not gonna get into that. Sorry, dude. Um. Okay. As I continue to color, you know, I would like to have some music on here, but um, I'm concerned that I'll be like flagged or something for using music on the radio. So I'll just be in the safe zone here, chilling with no music. Um, okay. How's everyone's day going? It's in the afternoon on a Saturday. Hope it's going well. April, just saw your video. Which video? The driving video? Or trying to think of the second to last video I made. And I don't recall. Focusing on how to speak. Um, Focusing on what I say rather than how I sound. I think that's what you're getting at because what my video was about. Um, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I figured as much. Um, yeah, I think by having that change of perspective, it it um, makes you more chill. You know, you're not so worried about what other people will say about you because what you're focused on is what you say rather than how you sound or how much you stutter or I don't know your insecurities, you know, and instead of focusing on all of that, you focus on what you have in your heart and what you want to communicate. Um, what trying to think of the question. Sorry. What did you get out of the video? Any questions that pop up? Any insights? I always think that I will focus on more on the quality of things to say, but in the moment of speaking, just quality. Mm-hmm. Um, but in the moment of speaking, yeah. And I mean, if I understand you correctly, um, what you're wanting to say, you know, you speak it, um, then then while you're talking, you're like, does this even make sense? But then you're also like, okay, well, it doesn't matter because I want to finish what I was originally wanting to express. Is that what you mean? Because I'm sometimes the same way, where I find it hard to um, like not so much express, but um, explain situations or experiences that I've had with other people, mainly because I I haven't had a lot of experience practicing explanations, and and because of that, my words get kind of jumbled up, and then they don't make sense. So I'm always working on that. I find myself good with numbers, but with speaking, well, you know, I think just with anything in life, if you want to get better at something, you need to practice. And with speaking, especially when you stutter, it's it feels kind of moot because no matter how many times you try to read out loud or face your fears, you're still going to stutter as there's no cure for it. Um, so uh, speaking and stuttering, you can practice, but currently there's no cure for stuttering, so I guess we're just practicing all our life, which isn't a bad thing because we can always learn something new. Um, yeah, yeah, keep going. It's exhausting. It, it really is because it takes a lot of effort for us to communicate. The other day, I was with one of my friends, and I was stuttering pretty intently, where it was it was taking me a while for me to say what I wanted, and after doing an hour of that, my jaws were so sore, and I was like, I'm done. I feel fatigued. I can't talk anymore. It's just a lot of effort. Um, so yeah, I'm right there with you. And what's a shame is that we as in, I mean, I'm sure most of us who stutter or stammer wants to express ourselves. We want to talk with people. Um, for me, I love talking. It's so much fun. But then at the same time, I have this stutter, and it prevents me from meeting new people. It stops me from having a real authentic conversation because the other person isn't patient enough, or they don't really know what's happening, and so they leave. Now I'm just rambling. April, it's so exhausting, a ton of effort, but that 30-minute communication to others, like, yeah, yeah, that's right. But I must say that despite all of the people that we meet that are super mean to us, that like mimic us or just ignore us completely, um, there are a lot of other people that are patient and and are kind, and and as rare as those interactions might seem, they're out there, and I think that's what we should focus on, rather than all of the bad and terrible experiences we've had. Um, I really think that if we focus on something bad, then we'll continue to see it. If I stubbed my toe this morning, and I'm like, oh, this day sucks, and then throughout the day, I'm focusing on everything bad around me, and then bad things start happening to me because I'm expecting it. Whereas if we take the initiative and try to think about the good experiences we've had with other people, who were kind and who were outstandingly patient, like those people seem like a unicorn to me. Um, if we focus on those experiences, then I'm sure we'll find more people like that. We'll find more unicorns. Um, and it makes me happy that you're messaging April. I'm, I'm, I'm right there with you. I just tell myself that we are different. We have to live differently sometimes. It's not every time people be patient or situations sometimes not good. Yeah. And another thing to remember is that stuttering is beautiful. Okay? I know it sounds kind of weird, but it is. Stuttering is just another way of communicating, and that's just being human. It's good to be different. It's all right, and and we don't need to fix the way that we talk because it's okay. Yes, stutter, but stutter with a smile. When we smile and we stutter, I think it helps people to be like, you know what? They seem pretty cool. They're normal, right? Um, we acknowledge that we can communicate in another way, but by smiling and being happy, it it shows people that it's just another attribute of of us, and and it should be accepted. Yeah. Um, there's really no point in hiding, as as we can't hide the stutter, and and we might as well just accept it and and live the life that we want rather than being dictated on how we should live, right? Um, how's your day going? My day is going so well, April. I'm not sure if you were here when I first began the live stream, but I went to a luncheon for the museum that I volunteer at, and I got two recognitions, and I got an award. Let me show you. It's a fossil. I forget what its name is, but look at that. So cool. And then right over here, um, you can see what the prehistoric creature looks like. Awesome, right? They're like spherical, and I think I've seen them before in like pictures, but it's so cool just to admire and look on all of the detail. So, well, right, but oh, armpits. Sorry, I might need the glasses. Anyways, Chantel is over. What time is it there? Oh, New Delhi. Ooh, 1:28. What are you doing up so early? 1 p.m. Good afternoon time. So sorry, April. Armpit. Yeah. Christina. Hi, how are you? I'm doing fantastic. Um, in a really good mood. 12-hour difference. Yeah, I know. Just lunchtime. I already had lunch at the luncheon, but engaged in cheesecake for my hubby. So after I'm done with this live, I'll just drive over to his work. Yeah. New Delhi, huh? It's a shame though, because I was hoping there would be like chocolate that would be spread over it, or maybe strawberries. But no, it's just plain. It's okay though. I can't be too greedy, can I? Hey, armpits, armpits. Um, question for you. Um, when you're in loud environments, it's it's more difficult for you to talk, right? Because it's the same for me, and it takes so much more effort than when I'm alone, like here. However, it, of course, depends on the day and the time and how my stutter decides how severe it'll be. Um, but most of the time when I'm alone, I'm I'm like more fluent, and then I like stutter more and I'm fluent. That's a weird thing. Plus the clarity of speech is also an issue for me. Yeah, it's the same for me, her pitch. And um, I'm not sure about you, but I am 6'2". Um, I think that's like 187 in like European standards. Or I'm American, sorry, I'm using feet. Um, yeah, so I'm super tall, and I stutter. So I'm always the elephant in the room. You are really, yeah, yeah. What makes it even better, guys, is that I also wear 4-inch heels like everywhere I go. So it's like, you know what? I'm already the tallest person here, and the only one that stutters. So I might as well just amp it up a bit. I think it's funny. Um, I think it shows others around me that I'm confident and that I'm not afraid. You know, I'm not worried about people really judging me. If they begin to interrupt, I'll be like, hold up, reverse. Um, I stutter. Okay. I'm not nervous. I'm not afraid. Just let me talk, please. So I'm definitely more assertive. Um, I think playing PvP helps me with in school. Oh, not at all, Arpit. Um, I was I was bullied a ton every day, really, and ignored for a pretty good portion of my school years. Um, specifically by the teachers. Um, I would try to raise my hand and such, and they would purposely ignore me. Um, so can't really practice talking when no one wants to talk to you. What profession are you in? I am in anthropology. And specifically, I'm focusing on cultural anthropology. Um, I I love getting to know people and to learn their stories. So I'm a good listener when it comes to that. And school attendance was the most difficult time. Yeah, yeah. Um, I'm not sure if you mean like school attendance, like going to school, but one of the things I always dreaded was when teachers would start doing attendance, like in the class, like calling off names, Matthew, James, stuttering line, because I could never say here on time. And so I would always try to raise my hand, and if the teacher wouldn't look up, then it was awful. Just bringing back flashbacks. um, Anthropology is a civil service main subject in India. It isn't famous. Oh, well, here, here, you have to take a lot of classes for anthropology. Like I had to take language courses, I had to take lots of history courses, and like paleontology and such. It's a lot. Statistics too. I passed with a B, which is pretty good for me. Um, and let's see. And teachers always told me that you forget. Isn't that the worst, right? You're talking, right, and you're trying to say a word, and then, like, for instance, when you're introducing yourself to other people and you begin to stutter, have these speech speech blocks, and they're like, "Did you forget your name?" Just I hate I hate when people that I'm talking to ask me if I forget my name. Like, are you kidding? Are you trying to make a joke? Or are you serious? Like how oh you gotta come down because it just pisses me off because when you're like like excuse me and then second you're trying to respond but you're you're stuttering more and then 3 minutes pass you're you're able to say your name but when you say your name it's already passed to the next person like that individual you were talking to has now focused their attention on something else and makes it makes it a challenge, yeah. A challenge of patience, right? Forget Your Name is definitely a classic. That reminds me of this one experience I had. I was um I was as a missionary doing service at a food bank, and and I was doing it with a group of other missionaries. Um, when we had finished, we had went out and to the back, and then the lady that was in charge of running the food bank, and she had asked all of us to go around and introduce ourselves. So I was like, oh, fantastic. Um, so I'm in the middle of the line, and it's getting to me, and the other missionaries there, um, not all of them know that I stutter, right? And so not everyone's patient. Um, anyways, when I get to my turn, I block, and I stutter a lot. Um, and I guess um, something to mention, I I have a big problem with my S's. So as missionaries, you have to say sister and then your last name. And my last name also started with an S. Uh, anyways, as you can imagine, um, I was skipped over because it was taking more than a minute, and the other missionaries were introducing themselves. Um, then afterwards, the introductions, we all spread out, and and one of my companions and the other missionary I was friends with, um, they were talking to the main woman, and this lady was like, "Oh, I want to call out this girl for being so disrespectful and and thinking she's all that for not introducing herself." This woman was meaning me, and thankfully my companion and my other friend were like, "Oh, um, she stutters," and the woman was like, "Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry for saying that. Oh, I feel so terrible." Um, and I don't know, guys. Like to be accused of being prideful or disrespectful simply because I didn't say my name because I couldn't say my name. It's messed up. Um, it's probably it's not one of the worst, but it's one of the more annoying experiences I've had. My difficult words are one starts with T and D, mostly because we sometimes stammer at the most basic things. And people say that indirectly. Yeah, totally. Wow, I should probably stop focusing on these not so good instances. Um, although at the same time, I I I wonder if sharing these situations with others will bring more awareness to stuttering. Like, will people be like, wow, lots of people are pretty mean to us. Um, I don't know. I think it needs a balance where you focus on the good things, but then also it's good to recognize the bad experiences I've had. Um, and people say that acceptance is the most difficult part of summer. Yeah, um, acceptance from society, from family and friends, it's a lot. So better to accept yourself and accept that you'll we probably will never be fluent. It's probably the best for our mental health. If we can try to prove ourselves to other people, but it's a lot of work. And then, sure, you'll be able to prove to others that you're more than capable. But then there will be other people that will immediately think you're not capable of doing anything else others can do. So it's really a tug of war. Good thing that you learned today. Tell me a good thing that you learned today. A good thing that I learned today? Hmm. Well, it's only in the afternoon. Um. Hmm. Um. I guess I made a new friend. At the luncheon. That's cool. And he was really patient, and we ended up having a really good conversation about traveling to other countries. So that's nice. I have to wake up early tomorrow, but the conversation is going fine. Oh, my nail polish. Thank you. Um, I had gotten new nail polish colors from Christmas, so I like painting them. Show it to the camera. Yeah. Ooh, take my nails. But they are kind of chipping, so I'll need to fix it. But other than that, they look good, right? Yeah. Uh, well, thank you. Hey, question for you guys. Do y'all play any video games like PC? Because I do. And I do have a gaming channel, but I don't think I'll merge it to my Stuttering Lion channel. Um, what games I play? The Isle, which is like a Jurassic Park um, dinosaur game where you play as a dinosaur. I typically like being a dino, which is like a prehistoric crocodile. Um, Fit girl, fit girl. No, no, I'm not. Um, nope. Yeah, so I'll play that. Um, and then my all-time favorite, of course, is Conan Exiles. That's a good one. Um, if you find me on there, I go by Rose. So she repack things. Yeah, repack games. What do you mean by that? Or Arpit? Repack games. I don't know what that means. Sorry. Ah, Arpit. Don't get that illegal stuff out of here. Go on. Go, go, go. Goodness. Last month. Hmm. Yeah, this is the US, so, yeah, no, I probably won't be looking into that. Crazy. And why did you suggest it? No, shame on you. No, no, no. Goodness. Okay, well, um, I'm gonna get going. I, I spent 47 minutes on this, which is my typical time, though sometimes my lives are much shorter than this. So, um, evening from 10, where is that? 1, 2, we see another. Funny. Um, okay, here. Let's see if I got something here. Um, mm, okay, here is your height comparison. This is the average person, and this is me. Woo! Fascinating. I hope that works for you. Um, Also, have you been to university? What did you study? Um, yes. I study anthropology. Eventually, I would like to be an ethnographer, where I, I like stay in a specific area and learn about the people. Yeah, anthro girl. Okay, guys. Well, but let's see, beauty and brains. Ah, thank you. appreciate that. Psychology is pretty cool. I did work in behavior, like the behavior field, so it's definitely interesting. I think more people, especially parents, should maybe take a course in like behavior therapy, and such. You know, that way we can kick out the not so useful strategies. Um, mhm. Yeah. Okay. Well, um, I'm gonna say my gaming channel super quick because not all my subscribers know about it. Well, tomorrow is my exam. Honestly, no, it was nice talking to you. Bye, Arpit. And my channel name is Rose Amongst Barbarians. Okay, there we go. Y'all know it now. We'll see if you spell it right. And if you spell it right, then you find me. If you don't, then sorry. Maybe next time. Okay, now I shall go. Bye.